I would say what has surprised me about working in my sector is actually how long sometimes things take. I had this idea before I entered the industry and started like making theatre, so kind of like not just being an actor but also creating theatre, that a producer kind of just ticked boxes and sat around, which is really bad. And actually now, like making my own theatre and producing my own work, you suddenly realise how long things actually take. And I think that's something that is really valuable to know, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, I haven't seen this actor for a while, or like, why has this thing been spoken about and it hasn't happened yet? And it's actually because like people are working behind the scenes so hard to get things done, and that takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of asking people for money and like developing things. So yeah, that aspect of the thing, that actually sometimes things take longer than expected. It doesn't mean that isn't enjoyable, it just means that like it takes a different kind of work than is necessarily creative. So I would say going to drama school was really amazing. I'm really grateful for that opportunity. However, I would say like the kind of best skills and the kind of like key moments for me have definitely been working up north, moving up north, because the community up here is so lovely. And I guess like a really key skill that I think is really valuable for the job that I do is being able to talk to anybody, being able to make friends with anybody, like coming into any kind of situation and not having any kind of prior judgment, and just being able to be friendly and chat with anyone. So it means that you can work with young people, you can work in a completely different community, you can step into a different theatre, you can step into a new job, and you're automatically making friends wherever you go. So I think just being a good person is like a key skill in this industry, because it really, you know, it pays to be nice. I would say look out for as many opportunities as possible from companies and organisations in your area that are offering any kind of opportunity possible in terms of creativity. So, you know, like, is there anything in Sheffield, are there any theatres or any charities in Sheffield that are offering opportunities to be filming, or to look at a different angle of the creative world? Or, you know, at Grimm & Co, like, look for those opportunities and just keep on doing it, just keep making, keep exploring different sides. You know, I think sometimes it's very easy to think that, you know, the only way to kind of move into this industry is to become an actor or become a writer, but you can be so many different things. So like, say yes to opportunities, look for these things, because there are so many things available, especially like with Rotherham becoming like the children's capital of culture, and, you know, Leeds becoming a city of culture next year, and Bradford in 2025 as well. Like, there are so many things coming up in Yorkshire, which is really exciting. So I think just keep opening yourself up for opportunity and just explore. My wild card is going to be trust your own creativity and make your own work. I think so often we can like sit back and think that we have to wait for the right role to come along, and actually like make your own work, make something that you're passionate about, make it about something to do with like something that affects you as a young person, something that affects your community. You know, I make theatre that is celebrating LGBTQIA+ stories, because that's what's passionate to me, is I want to remind young people in Yorkshire that they are valid and they are seen, and that's what I'm passionate about. So I make theatre that celebrates that. So whatever you feel is important for people to hear, whatever story that you're intrigued by, go and make your own work. Like, start now, like get out your iPhone or whatever and start filming, start writing stuff. Like, just create your own work, create stuff that you're passionate about, and create stuff that like discusses issues that affect you.